Next, from Cobb County Police. Award winners, Officer Michael Calhoun, Detective Bryan Bridges, Officer Christian Gutierrez, and Agent Quinn Lyles. On September 8th of last year, Cobb County Police Officer Michael Calhoun, Detective Bryan Bridges, Officer Christian Gutierrez, and Agent Quinn Lyles responded to a dispatch saying that shots had been fired at Cobb County Sheriff's deputies who were attempting to serve a warrant. These officers and many others immediately responded from all areas of the county. While en route, they did not know that 2 Cobb Sheriff deputies had been struck by rifle fire. Officer Calhoun was the first to arrive on the scene, followed by Detective Bridges from the Special Victims Unit. Officer Calhoun observed Cobb County Sheriff's Deputy Lossing and Deputy Hudgens performing CPR on a fallen deputy out in the open, exposed to more gunfire. Another deputy was down in the front yard with a fatal wound to the head. In a fraction of a second, Officer Calhoun, without regard for his own personal safety, made the decision to drive his police vehicle onto the front lawn of the location to provide a physical barrier between the front of the house and those deputies performing CPR. Calhoun did not know the exact location of the shooter inside the house, so he did not have time to consider tactical advantages or disadvantages. Detective Bridges arrived armed with a rifle and ran to Officer Calhoun's vehicle to provide additional protection. Officer Gutierrez ran a half mile past many other patrol officers running to the scene. He initially positioned himself behind a patrol car for coverage and observed the magnitude of the situation, immediately saw that the team was having difficulty placing one of the injured deputies in the back seat of a patrol vehicle. Gutierrez's instincts told him to run out into the open to assist his fallen brothers. He took off running past other officers standing behind cover and provided coverage while the first injured deputy was being loaded into the back seat of the patrol car. Officer Gutierrez ran out into the open space a second time in order to reach the second injured deputy. Agent Lyles had arrived and jumped in the closest patrol car and pulled it out into the open and next to the officers for extraction. Agent Lyles jumped out and began coordinating rescue efforts to extract the second deputy. Detective Bridges, along with Officer Gutierrez and the 2 deputies, loaded the second mortally wounded deputy into the waiting patrol car. Despite the heroic efforts of these officers, both injured deputies succumbed to their wounds. The shooting perpetrator, along with another individual with an active warrant, were taken into custody after a short standoff. These officers and the detective showed bravery of the highest order, and we could not agree more.
Thank you to the 300 Club on behalf of all of us up here. Sorry. It's a award we appreciate but never wanted. Thank you.
I'd just like to say a big thank you to everyone here, of course, but also my supervision. I tell you all the time, I wouldn't be up here, or this wouldn't have happened without if you hadn't selected me to put me where I was for that day. So, thank you.
I just want to thank everyone for inviting us here. Like the other officer said earlier, you never really expect to get an award for doing your job. It's unfortunate what happened to those deputies. They lost their providers, their husbands, their fathers, and nothing's gonna change that. So my prayers go out to their families still till this day. Thank you.
I'll echo what my 3 coworkers and people who have become very good friends of mine have said. I'm very glad that they were the ones with me that night, and I appreciate the support that you guys at the 300 Club, as well as the department. I know we've got a lot of personnel here from the department tonight have shown us. I will add one thing to what was said, and that is that man who did what he did that night is currently serving life in prison. That is an agreement that was made, in my understanding, with the support of the victims' families. And so that is something that I will support as well, but he can never hurt anybody ever again. So thank you guys so much.